Yeah.
Hi, good afternoon or good morning or good evening, y'all. Thank you for tuning in to Unapologetically Badass. This is Sierra, and we have Renee here too. Hey, girl.
Hey, everyone. Welcome.
We're so excited because today we're just going to have a little bit of fun with each other, and we're going to just totally talk about what would it be like if we won the lottery. I mean, like, who doesn't dream about those things, or who doesn't think about those things? And us two entrepreneurs and people who just love the world, we're always dreaming, and it's believe in the beauty of your dreams, no matter what. So one of those dreams is I don't play the lottery, but what if I came a lot
Oh
of
my
money?
God. I totally play the lottery. Not all the
Go,
time.
girl.
But the funny thing is, when I play, I get really pissed off when I don't win. Like I go in there with the expectation, like this is the winning. I'm going to win $130 million. And what am I? And I have plans for it. Like I am totally like, I have manifested this shit. Like it's going to happen. And I'm just waiting for the stars to align. But yeah,
so you're going to laugh at me. I don't go to the store and do it, but I tell my husband, stop being lazy and go get us a lottery ticket so we can win. And then whenever I know he has it in his wallet, I'm like, okay, now I can drink. Now I know what we're going to do with it. You know, it's so funny because he actually knows a family in his city that he lived in growing up that won. And it was like a lot. And they announced it to everybody and shared with everybody. And now they're dirt poor broke.
Oh.
It's like, okay, so I really do believe that there are special kind of people that just should not win that kind of money because they really do not know what to do with it. Right.
Yeah.
That's like a true thing.
Without a doubt. I know what to do with it. So
okay, so tell me, what are you going to do?
First of all, I'm going dead silent. I am removing myself from social media. I am quiet. I am gone out. My immediate family
years, we know she won the lottery.
Yep. I am going to be MIA, bitches. I am out. Because you have to be smart with the money, and people will fall out of the woodwork with for all of that, and I'm not down with that. I definitely want to set up like a foundation, and I want to do things and give back in charity and all of that, and I know everyone says that they want to do that, but I truly do. But I would want to help my kids, help our kids, help family, friends. So set up like trust with all of them. But this all has to be done like on the down low and quiet. I wouldn't be able to announce all of that, and, I would definitely be, of course, I would definitely be buying, house. I would definitely be having a hairdresser. One of the things that I've always said I want somebody to fucking do my hair. You know how I say I hate.
I feel the same way. You need to come to my house every day and blow dry this shit.
I want a glam squad for sure. Like Real Housewives, I want a glam squad because I cannot style my hair. I use like the best products on my hair, but it still looks like this. And I don't know. I don't know why, because I don't blow dry it. My hair tells me I don't blow dry it out like I'm supposed to. I hate it. So I would absolutely have a glam squad. That is I don't care where I live. Glam squad.
I love it. Whenever we dream about it seems like the money goes so fast, right? Because I'm like, okay, well, after we buy the land and then we have a little farmstead and then we have put 5 houses on that land for all of our kids. And then, we donate to, XYZ. And then I'm like, well, then the money's gone. I said, we're going to have to work.
Right.
And it's funny that you said you would stay anonymous because I would stay anonymous as well if I just came into like a wealth of money because you see these people that go on and show and tell, and then you just start seeing a bunch of accounts popped up, and then they're texting and messaging people. Oh, I just won. Give me your Cash App. I want it, and it just is a huge scam, and it's just awful.
Yep. Yeah. No, I want to be totally incognito.
I don't think I would go. I wouldn't change. I would try not to change anything because I would really want it to be incognito, and I wouldn't want anybody to think that anything is different. Obviously, they might see like some new flashy things. Like I might just have a pool in my backyard one day. you know, like,
I definitely
but
want a family compound. I love that idea. I want to
yes.
have the
Oh
family
my
really
God.
close. Like that would be
Yes.
ideal. Like on an ocean. I want
Yes.
I want to be
Yes.
like the Kennedys. That's it. I would love to have that.
We
And
all have golf carts so that we could just zoom on over to the person's house, right? And be like, you got some eggs, girl. And we would
yes.
have a garden in the middle where we could just like homestead it with a little chicken coop, and we'd all have to go there. We'd have to take turns and like, you know, get our eggs, get our vegetables, get our fruit. Like I'm like all about. She's like, no, 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 not the chickens.
If I,
Why not the chickens?
because
I
I ain't
love
working in a fucking garden.
garden.
I am not working in a garden. Can you?
Oh,
I love fresh garden vegetables and fruits, but I'm not doing that. No.
I
No.
love gardening, girl. I am like a gardener. I mean, like if I could just have like throw all the seeds in and see what grows, oh, I would be so happy.
Really? No, that is
Yes,
so
love it.
far from my wheelhouse. No,
Yeah.
I couldn't
So it's
imagine doing that.
and you know what? But I almost want to like if I had enough money, I could hire somebody who really is a great gardener to come and get it like really, really started, like with a watering system, like really make it good. So it's really just not a whole lot of work. It's more about just going out there and picking what is needed.
Oh,
Yeah.
isn't that lovely? Yeah,
Yeah, that would be lovely.
that would be so pretty.
While you're getting your hair done in your house, I'll be picking
Yeah,
vegetables
yeah,
out
no,
of my
totally.
head garden.
I want the big pool. I want to be on an ocean. I want to travel. I would do all of those things. But, it's also being smart and setting up, trust for the kids and grandkids,
Yeah.
create that future
Wealth for them, like
generational wealth
have
for them.
or maybe even invest in a couple of other properties so that each
Oh,
child has
1,000%.
a
Yeah.
home,
Yep.
like has a home that whenever our life is done, they have it. It's
Yep.
really about having those kind of things. And like you said, having special bank accounts for them.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to take the kids on like all of us all together, right? Because it's so hard to do things together. And I
Yeah.
have a lot more than you. So
I know. Right. Right.
but I would love to pay for just like a
Yeah.
trip. And I don't know, like, I don't like the cold, but I'm just like maybe Ireland, somewhere like really
Right.
crazy that we really just would never go, but that we
Yep.
could afford it.
Yep. I love
But
doing so I did that, obviously just taking my girls, but when I sold my house, I used part of those proceeds and took, his son and girlfriend at the time, they're now engaged, but we
no.
used all of that to go away and just spoil them. And it was wonderful. And I always said that I think I do all of what I do with the hope and the goal of being able to do that every year. Like you said, it's so hard getting as our kids get older. So I'm like, and you never know where people are going to be. And I know you have them scattered, right? So if we could possibly create like that Christmas week where, we as the Glammers take the whole family away once a year. And then even, okay, we'll be Glam and we'll like watch the kids, during the vacation one night so that the young ones can go have their date night and do all of that. Like I want that. So I would definitely use lottery money to be able to do that. And when I say, setting up like trust and stuff, I think for me, it would be conditional as far as them being able to have the money. Because I thought about that. And yes, see, I've thought about this. I don't want, we grew up with not a lot. And I know that, we've both raised our children to work hard and be a, contributing member of society. And I think that having just money, I think it would have to have a condition that they're doing something better for themselves in the world by having it. So it's not just sitting on your laurels and just spending money. It's still having to, whether they are entrepreneurs and they have a business or they run a fund, like do something with it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we would have to think that one through because like you never want to put a condition on anything, but I do see what you're saying. It's like I still, like I want you to have a foundation or you need to have a foundation set up of this amount,
Yeah.
or you have to have at least 2 investment properties, something to where they're bettering their life.
Yeah.
They're not just taking the money and
Yeah.
just sitting back and
Yeah.
chilling. Yeah.
Or like the grandkids, they're going to school, they're going to college, like
Yes.
they're using the
Yeah.
money for something, follow their path. Like, to me, it's giving them freedom and choices.
Yes.
So follow your passion. Use this gift to follow whatever passion you have. That's basically what it is, versus just sitting back and not doing anything with your life.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
I'm not a car person, so I don't know if I would go and just like start investing in cars. And I feel like cars, like, you lose so much value. There is a car though that if you buy it immediately, because there's only so many made, and I cannot remember what brand it is, but as soon as you buy it, immediately it has value. So you could resell them. And I forgot
Yeah.
what it is. So, like, I don't know, maybe one of those, because you'll have value in it because there's only so many, and you can resell it for more. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm like a car person and I would go. Are you a car person?
I'm not a car person, but Tony would be like, "Give me my Lambo."
Yes.
He'd want the Lamborghini.
Derek is more truck guy, so I'm like, I don't know. It might be like a souped up one, like really, really awesome and all that. But I don't know if he would like, I want a Lambo. I don't know. We're kind of like simple like that whenever it comes to that. But I do want like the ocean front or the lake front and a homestead. I love the idea about having the barbers or whatever they're called, the glam squad coming to the house. I would just need to make sure that, like, however it is divvied, I can guarantee for the next 40 years a vacation for just me and my honey wherever the hell we want. You know what I mean? Too. Like that, like, before I give any money to any kids, like, if I'm going to live like the next 40 years, I want to make sure, because probably by the time I'm 80, I don't know about you, Renee, but traveling might not sound so fun.
No, I mean, it would depend if we're traveling on private jet. That's the other thing that I would love to try that. Like,
So
that's
you know what?
I wanna try that.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, okay, they're expensive,
But
but
they're
if you
not
ever
all that
they're
insane.
really not. They're like,
No.
you could charter a plane, like, from, like, where I am in Houston to Mexico for like $5,000. It really depends on the miles.
Yeah.
But I had a girl who went from Florida to Houston and chartered one, and it cost her $6,000, and she said it was the best decision. It was something she always wanted to do for her family, and she did it, and she absolutely loved every second of it.
That is definitely something, like, I just get goosebumps. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Like, we just do like an Unapologetically Badass chartered flight, Oh my God,
So
that would be so cool. Yeah. So that's definitely on the list. And then, okay, so places, I was just having this conversation with my daughter, actually, with my oldest daughter the other night. We had a girls' night and we were out in Boston. Had so much fun. But we were talking about places that we want to travel to. And we were both saying, like, how fortunate, we are that there's been a lot of places that we've already been to.
Yeah.
So that, thank goodness. But, like, where else do we want to go? And one of the places that I definitely want to see is Dubai.
Yes. Oh, I didn't even, like, I just now thought of that. But yes, I've always told Derek I want to go there. He goes, "Yeah, we don't have the money to go there." I said, "Go work there. Let's just go there for 1 year."
My God, like, it's supposed first of all, it looks beautiful, like, and they don't tax their people as much as, like, we have in the United States. And it's safe, it's clean. People can leave their Rolex on their lounge chair at the pool, and no one is gonna steal it. It is like,
And I want to say like 20 years ago, until they like built all that up. Do you remember when they started building it all up? Because you and I are of that age where we watched it like evolve.
Yeah.
Before they built that up, nobody ever wanted to go to Dubai. Like, it wasn't a conversation of like, "Oh, I want to go to Dubai." Now you see those videos of those the lofts with the windows and the view and the malls.
The mall, right.
I think
Right.
built-in fishing I mean, just like it's like
It is
a
so
dream.
opulent. It is like,
Yes.
that is definitely a place that I would love to see. Very expensive, a hell of a long travel, but that would be definitely on my list to go to. Yeah.
Absolutely worth it. And I don't know, like I always thought about like Scotland or Ireland or somewhere like that I would never want to go, but it just I know there's a beautiful scenery and something
Yeah.
like zenful about it
Yep.
too. Derek and I always talk about that. Then I find these random places on TikTok or Instagram, right? I'm like, they're like, you might think that this is, Tahiti, Bora Bora
Yep.
with
Yep.
the overwater. This
Over
is
the
just,
water bungalow. Yes. Brianna and I were talking about that too. And you know that there's overwater bungalows in Aruba.
there's everywhere now. They
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
have a lot of them
They have a
everywhere.
lot
There's
of
just they don't have a whole lot, but they're
right.
really make Maldives. I mean, they're putting them everywhere, which is
Oh,
so amazing and beautiful. Well, ever since Derek and I got together, like started dating, like within 3 months, we said we want to do Bora Bora. So we put this jar together and we said, let's put all of our change in there. And 10 years from now, let's just take it out.
yeah.
Well, we ended up giving it to our grandson.
I
So we don't
remember
have
that story. Yes.
but I think that there's quite a bit of money in there, but like that's just
Yeah.
what like why not? If you win the
I know.
lottery, just go.
Just go. That I definitely want to go back to Italy. I love Italy. I just love it. But I want to go for like a couple of weeks and not even do Rome again, but I want to do, again, Positano, Sorrento,
Yeah.
Calabria, Sicily. I've been saying I want to go to Sicily. That's where my ancestors came from. And I don't know
Oh,
if they came from other places. I kind of want to I was talking to a woman the other day that she did her DNA test. Her daughter did that, and it turns out she's 100% Sicilian. And I'm like, I want to figure
wow.
out where, I know I'm Sicilian, I know I'm Portuguese, but I want to figure that out. But I
Yeah.
would love to go to Sicily and kind of see where, my great grandmother came
My
from.
boys have Greek in them and their grandpa owns property in Greece. So I know that they've always wanted to go ever since they were little. I'm at Santatori. Am I saying it
Yeah.
right?
Santorini?
Santorini. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how you say
I
it? Yeah, you gotta say
beautiful.
it right. But looks just absolutely stunning.
I heard that it's like really insanely crowded. Like
Yes,
the
it can
amount of
be.
it is so crowded.
Can be.
Because I want to do that video shoot, the picture with the flowing gown in Santorini.
Oh, I love
All
it.
the white
Behind the white and
buildings,
the blue. Yes, yes.
the beautiful yellow gown
Yeah.
floating in the back. Like, yes, I.
Oh, so cool.
It's all about the
Well,
moments.
it really is. But you're not going to be on social media, so you're not going to share it with anybody, Renee.
No, that's true. That's true. But I'll have it for me. I'll have it for me. I'll be like,
You
oh,
could just come up with a fake. You could come up with a fake one. You could change your name, call yourself BB. I don't know. And then
well,
there's BB floating.
most likely I'll still be on social media, just like watching. I'd like to go on for entertainment sometimes. We were talking
Yeah.
about this last night, actually, Tony and I, because you're talking about the different social media platforms, and I
Mhm.
feel like, and I know this is totally off topic, but I feel like Instagram is, for me, it's business, it's sharing business tips, it's all business stuff.
Okay.
Facebook is, happy birthday. Sorry for your
Welcome.
loss.
Oh, I haven't seen
You're
you in a
gorgeous.
while.
You go, girl. Stunning, beautiful. Happy birthday. Congratulations. Your kid graduated third fucking grade. Who kid like if that's what they're supposed to do. Oh, he's so smart. Whatever. Like Facebook is just boring as shit. And then TikTok that's where you can be like, hey, fuck it, I'm real. Like that is,
Yeah. Yeah.
the real place, and it's entertainment and it's humorous, but it's just different platforms. So I think I would still be on some sort of social, but more on the watching curiosity.
I find that Instagram is really where, like, for traveling and stuff, I get like all my inspiration from there. TikTok is my complete entertainment and my escape.
Yeah.
And then Facebook is to stay in touch with friends and family.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but Instagram is like where I find like beautiful, if I want to try some kind of new beauty product, or if I want to travel somewhere, I always go to Instagram as the first place to search places to like travel. I don't know why, I just do. And because they make it look different on there, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But Are you froze?
Yeah, I this
Okay,
damn platform, I think I have to change freaking StreamYard because it only happens on StreamYard. I could be on Zoom for 18 hours straight and it's totally fine. Right? Even social media. I could be live on social and I don't have any of the woo crazy, so
she's back. She's back.
I'm back.
So on a serious note,
Yeah.
like on foundations, but first I would definitely, like, if the lottery came in today, my husband got the ticket and it was the winning ticket, I would freak out, probably die, probably faint, probably throw up, and then embrace it all at one time. But that my house would be paid off for sure. So, I'm just thinking like responsibly, like cars paid off, houses paid off. If my kids had any kind of cars, just offer just to pay those off. That would be just like the first layer of things before you start divvying it up. And when it comes to foundations, I don't know about you. Has there ever been like a foundation just that you're super, super passionate about and you're like, okay, that's definitely what I would do? Or would you want to create your own?
Probably create my own. I don't know. I haven't, figured out the exact thing because I've thought about doing something like that in the past. I mean, obviously, I think we know that you and I are very similar in the fact that we love supporting women, and so it would have to be something, women related. I don't know whether or not it would be to help them start their own business or, if it would be medical side. I don't know. But I think, with my passion of especially like single women, or starting over after a certain age, I think it would have to be something like that, something to help women.
I worked for a lady and she's a billionaire, and she wanted to start a foundation for a direct selling company to attach it to it. Right. And we went and volunteered and she donated a large amount to a domestic violence shelter. And it was beautiful because they really are in a place of starting over, and they have their kids there, and it's just like they're all on top of each other, and it's just there's so many different places to offer, but like I don't know if I would just choose one.
I
I don't
know.
know, just say, oh, I just want to give like this to this and this time to this. And I feel like I would want to give a time, like maybe one of the conditions for the kids is to actually go and donate or volunteer so many hours at a place. And all of my kids have a servant heart. I don't know about you. And I think it's just something they've always just been in this. They want to do something in the service industry. They want to serve. They want to give. Like my son, when he was like 5, there was a homeless man and he begged me to go give him $1. And this asshole didn't even tell him thank you. And it scared him. But his heart was like, I want to give this to him, So, of course I let him, but then that guy was an asshole and I could have slapped him. I was like, this is a kid giving you money. You need to be a little bit more appreciative, dick.
Yeah. I remember being in San Diego when this reminds me, I remember being in San Diego when the kids were little and there was this young couple and they were like, begging for money. They ran out of money and they needed to do I forget what exactly.
Alcohol probably.
And my bleeding heart, I was like, oh my God, like, and so gave them $20 and then they laughed and ran.
Yeah.
Right in front of the kids. I was so bummed. Like, I thought, like, oh my God, like, we have to, I want to help people.
Yeah.
And then you get kind of screwed. But
most
people need help. But.
Yeah. The best thing was like taking my son when he was 10 and we went and served dinner on Christmas Eve at a homeless shelter. That hands down was great because it was very, very appreciative. Or like whenever we went and we volunteered at the domestic violence shelter. That was so powerful. And they just were so overwhelmingly grateful. And it just was really, really, really impactful just to see how appreciative they were. So I think that giving your time to actually see the value in it is a little bit better than actually just like saying, oh, dump, there's a
1,000%. 1,000%. We used to, my girls and I, when they were young, we would volunteer at a food pantry. And we did that every single week. And, helping out those that needed and, the kids would become like little shoppers with them and stuff like that. It
Yeah.
was really sweet. And, we of course donate food for Christmas Eve and all of that. Like I remember going to a shelter that on Christmas Day, because on Christmas Eve,
Oh,
our Italian tradition was the 7 fishes, and we had, so much food left over, and I'm like, "It's insane, like, we can't waste this food, like, we just can't." So, found a shelter. So, it was surprising how many places wouldn't accept food. I'm like, "I have got an abundance of
no.
food," right? And it
So
was, I
sad.
felt so bad when I'm like, there's people that are starving that I could feed on Christmas Day, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, we found a place and was able to bring it, and that felt good, especially, when you do any of that with the
Yeah.
kids. And like with the kids, we always like would adopt a grandparent or adopt a kid. Like we did all of those things and do shopping for them and stuff for the holidays.
We did that for one Christmas. The kids were all of like older age, and we just sat
Yep,
them down and we're like, look, we're going to give you guys this much money in cash,
yep,
but this year we're not doing gifts. We're
yep.
going to adopt a family. And we ended up adopting 2 families, and it was
Isn't that so
such
nice?
a blessing.
Mhm,
One, we didn't adopt completely. Like we didn't go and bless them with like thousands of dollars. We
mhm.
got their her grant the lady that we did like a little survey and said, hey, who needs, and da, da, da. And she said, my son is a single dad. He has a daughter. And then, so we blessed them with some toys for her and things like that. And it was so great. And then we did pick an actual family that ended up like having some really horrible times after Harvey, which was the big hurricane here.
Yep.
So it was so cool. Yes,
It
those are such
feels
good things to
good.
do.
Right? It
Yes.
feels
And
good.
those
So
are things that I would think I would want to do all the time, knowing
yeah,
that I have the money, and I would just be
yeah,
like, and I would probably do it random because I don't want people to expect it, right?
right, right.
Because then
Yep,
people start to take advantage of you.
absolutely. It's the random acts of kindness, and that's
Yeah,
what money can do. It's the freedom and flexibility to be able to do things and follow your passion. And, for us, if we wanna help people, like, that's fun to do. I mean,
it is. It's fun to dream about helping people and being in a
yeah,
position where you can do that. And there are people that make it happen every day, Renee. Like
I know.
they
I
have done it.
Yeah.
But I think also with big, like anything big comes like with a big headache, right?
Yes.
So the
Yes,
more
sure,
money you do make, like it's going to be a different challenge for you. And you
sure.
have different kind of taxes. You have different
Yep,
kind of people will take advantage of you. People like
yep.
family can be like the worst,
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely. Yep, absolutely. But people can know too that it doesn't take, like, the lottery winning big gives us for sure
Mhm.
these grandiose, ideas and plans that we want to
Yeah,
do for family and for,
yeah,
strangers. But also at the same time, like every day we did win the lottery. Like when we wake up and we actually feel and know, like we did win the lottery. We've got an
yeah,
amazing life, right? If we have our health,
yeah,
happiness, that is winning the lottery. And we don't
yeah.
need a lot of money to give back to others. And,
No.
a lot of people
Time.
like you said, like we talked about, it is time. And if you give a little bit of time here and there, that,
Yes.
the rewards, what you feel back is like winning
Absolutely.
the lottery, so
And then there's some people that do. You and I talked about it before, like that do win the lottery or do come into big, huge money from a family passing, and it's been
Mhm.
inherited, and they end up screwing it up.
I know, I
My
know.
husband and I joke and laugh because we're like, okay, we know why God didn't make us rich because we would just take care of everybody and we would be poor, even more poor, right? Like, whenever you have that kind of heart, you're just like, yeah, you got to be a little greedy with it,
Yeah,
right? But
yeah,
the true way to honestly really give back and to really, really feel, because I feel like we're so third, like we sound so bougie, right? But they say that if you have a home and a car,
yep,
you're 90% richer than half the people in the world anyways.
yep,
You know what I mean? Like we forget how entitled and how even in tough times, but
mhm,
we're just so
mhm.
blessed.
1000%,
Blessed.
1000%, and you and I, off camera, we were talking about like the state of affairs in our world and our businesses, right? And, I've been reflecting a lot about where I want the business to go. And, when I look at, okay, I may not be here.
Yeah.
But if I'm here, so many people would love to be here.
Absolutely. They envy you. They envy
I'm
us.
like, oh my God, I need to appreciate the fact that I'm here instead of always going like, why the fuck aren't I here?
Yeah.
And for those not seeing the camera, little to bigger.
She's doing little steps with her hand down here, up here.
But it really is important to reflect that and remember.
Perspective is true.
Mm-hmm.
Perspective is true. And, and that's one reason why I love traveling, because every time I come back to our homeland, I don't care if you want to freaking leave the US, you think it's bad here, you go on with your bad self. Look.
Yep.
You do not know how good you have it in the US.
Absolutely.
How very, very blessed and special we have it, and how protected we are, and how sheltered we are. And every time I go to a different country, it makes me come back home even more appreciative, even though it was beautiful scenery.
Absolutely.
I saw something and I got to live there for a week or two, very, very inexpensively. And it just was absolutely relaxing and amazing. Coming back to our homeland, something so different.
Yes.
So different.
1,000%.
And you know what? Maybe if I won the lottery, I'd buy a house in a different country too. I don't know, just for fun.
I mean, wouldn't that be lovely? I want anything that I can do a direct flight with, though. Everything has to be a direct flight.
Yeah. Like you probably could buy a house in Portugal.
Yeah. And
just,
Tony
just your vacation house,
We talked about going there. Tony is Portuguese, and he's like 100% Portuguese. He was born in Portugal, actually, and he came over as an infant. Yeah.
It's funny. Derek is like 90% Scottish.
Oh, really?
No, like dead 90% Scottish. Yeah, we did the whole thing. And I was like, oh my God, he has like a little bit of like, I think Irish and one other like Netherlands, like small percentage, but completely Scottish.
Have you ever watched, totally off again, I go on topic. Have you read the books Outlander or watched the series?
Started watching the series, haven't read the books. So yes.
So I read the books before the series came out. And so when you were saying originally about Scotland, I'm like, I would go to Scotland if Jamie's going to be there. Can I meet Jamie, please? I just want him to call me Sassenach once. Like, yes, please, right? Oh, I would just totally melt from like head to toe. Yeah. I want to go to I would go to Scotland for that.
That's amazing. I teased Derek and I'm like, can I get you a little kilt?
I know, right?
Wear it around the house. You know what's not underneath it? He's like, oh.
Right. Talk about winning the lottery, huh? Woohoo!
I know. Oh my gosh. So dreaming is so fun. It's so
good.
It
is.
And and it's funny because even like you have all these dreams and like what you may and may not do, but isn't it fun whenever like you get to actually take and make some of those things happen, even though we don't get to do it all at once. Like that instant gratification of being able to like do it all at once. There's nothing like that can replace that. But just think like you did this, you took your family on a trip and you do this, you do that. And it's just so fun to see those things come to life. And that's what life is about, is not really always doing it all at once.
Really exactly. Winning a couple of $100 million lets you allow you to do it all, or $1 billion or a couple of billion, lets you do it all at once. But for those of us that haven't won the lottery yet, we can do it in stages.
Yes. And remember, you actually have a better and greater chance of getting hit by lightning over winning the lottery, but good luck.
Yes.
So definitely.
You know what I heard? Their chances increase when they shop with us.
Wait, what? Oh, yes, it does. It totally does. I forgot. Or if you just need to be coached on how often you should be going and buying a lottery card in order to increase your chances.
Right.
So kind of like offering gambling advice, but we're not. No. So if you need some coaching, you know who to go to.
Yeah. I mean, if they want to learn how to grow an income, a little side hustle, I think they have a better chance of growing a side hustle by working with us than they would win in the lottery. But
and then make some of those little dreams that you want happen sporadically every year.
You know what? I like how we just went there. I like how we just came full circle right back to what we can help people with.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, like, we can all dream, and we would love to hear, like, we would love if any, for those that have listened to this, like, let us know what your big, you won, a couple of $1 million. Yeah. So what's the big expense that you would?
And we know you're going to pay off your house. You're going to pay your debt off. You're going to pay your cars. You're going to do your medical. You're going to have that surgery that you wanted. But we want to know, like, the big dream. Okay.
Right.
Like, don't tell them you're going to pay off your house. We already know you're going to do that.
Exactly.
What's your big dream? I want to hear that, because those are fun.
Exactly. Like I said, my big dream, Glam Squad every day.
Hands down. That's number one, most important.
Yep. Yes. Totally vain, and I'm owning it.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know, like, as far, like, the most important is making sure I have enough money to travel for the next 40 years. Like, that, hands down, that's all I care about.
Beautiful. And maybe
again, I'm thinking I might rethink that and just buy a house somewhere that I really, really love and have that little villa. So every time I want to go, I just have it. And then it's an investment too. So, I got to think about that one when I win.
Exactly. Such an entrepreneur. You're like, oh, if I have it, I'll use it as an investment, and then I can rent it out and I can still make money. It's like, when will the cycle stop? When will we finally... I think it's because
we have a millionaire mindset.
Yes, Renee. We do.
The problem with you and I. And so we're always thinking about the best next way and how to make money off of the money that we're spending. Like, duh.
Right. And then we can do all of this. We continue to do all this. And then we tell other people, here's how to do all this. Whether or not they listen is another thing.
That's how you stay rich.
That's
right? We could have another conversation on how to stay rich. Like, don't be losing all your lottery money. You got to still make money too. If you're not going to work, right? You got to still make some money. So now you got to be smart with it and think about how you're going to continue to keep making money.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love it. This was a fun conversation.
No, because dreams should never stop. And how they happen, and that is why we do what we do. We always have our little side gigs, so that rather we have something that it really brings in and takes care of the bills, but we have our little our big or side gigs or small, whatever they may be. That's where the dreams come true. That's where those trips happen. That's where those houses are bought. They always say buy a house and then rent it out, and then 3 years later buy another one. Use your LLC if you can, like all these things. Like, this is it's a constant making money so that you can keep doing all the things that you want.
I love that. Dream bigger, my friends. Dream bigger, and let us know what your big aha lottery moment is going to be like. So thank you. This was super fun. Thank you everyone for listening, and stay tuned for the next Unapologetically Badass, babes. Have a good one.
Bye, y'all.
All right, queens, that's a wrap for today's episode. But before you hit pause, let's talk about you and how we can help you slay every part of your life. If you're ready to feel fabulous and look like $1 million, I've got you covered with my badass queen coaching, sparkling touchstone crystal jewelry, and Bella Grace collagen, because glowing skin and a sparkly vibe, that's a power move. Check it all out at ReneeCarbonefleming.com. And my co-host Sierra, oh yeah, she's bringing the heat too. Not only is she rocking Bella Grace collagen for her glow game, but she's also the queen of chic with her fabulous clothing boutique. From boosting your wellness to leveling up your wardrobe, Sierra's got the magic to help you shine inside and out. Check her out at Linktree/Sierra Whitener 7. So here's the deal. Head to our websites, grab the goods that'll help you live your best life, and let's make everything about you unapologetically badass. And hey, don't forget to subscribe, leave us a review, and share this episode with your fellow queens, because the more sparkle in the world, the better. Until next time, keep glowing, keep slaying, and remember, you're a badass queen who deserves it all.